Welcome back to Combat Tech. The face of modern warfare is changing fast. The old adage that artillery is the king of battle has never been more relevant, but in today's combat environment, king of battle needs to mean mobility, precision, and unstoppable firepower. One system stands out, the M142 High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, better known as HIMARS. Light, incredibly agile, and precise to a fault, HIMARS has flipped conventional warfare on its head, from the deserts of the Middle East to the contested battlegrounds of Eastern Europe. How did this truck-mounted rocket launcher become such a lethal force? Why do adversaries dread its arrival? And how will next-gen munitions like the Precision Strike Missile push its capabilities even further? Strap in for a deep dive into the system redefining artillery. For centuries, artillery has pummeled enemy lines and shaped the outcome of battles. While the technology evolved from crude cannons to sophisticated howitzers, these systems shared a common vulnerability. Once they fired, they were often sitting ducks. The flash and smoke gave them away, and in an age of radars and drones, counter-battery fire quickly turned them into targets. During the Cold War, massive rocket barrages became the norm. The United States unveiled the M270 Multiple Launch Rocket System, or MLRS, a tracked behemoth capable of unleashing tremendous firepower. It was effective, but not exactly nimble. Heavier and slower, the M270 could move with mechanized forces, yet deploying it quickly across continents was another story. Then came HIMARS, a lean, mean, and lightning-fast alternative. Its creator's goal was simple: match the devastating punch of the MLRS, but make it faster to deploy, lighter to transport, and more adaptable to different terrains. When you first see HIMARS, you might do a double take. It looks like a standard military truck with some extra gear on the back. But don't be fooled. Inside this modest-looking platform lies a powerhouse of advanced rocketry. The M270 MLRS has tracks instead of wheels, weighs around 27 tons, carries 2 rocket pods, and is not transportable by most cargo planes like the C-130. HIMARS is a wheeled 5-ton chassis, weighs around 16 tons, carries 1 rocket pod, and can be transported by a C-130. Why does this matter? Maneuverability. HIMARS can sprint across highways, off-road paths, and even rugged desert terrains with greater ease than its tracked counterpart. This chassis also makes it far simpler to airlift. You can load a HIMARS into a C-130, fly it across the globe, and have it rolling off the ramp ready to fire in a matter of hours. But speed is only half the story. The real ace up the HIMARS sleeve: precision. Anyone who's witnessed old-school artillery knows about massive salvos saturating an area, effective for area denial, but not if you want to avoid collateral damage or hit a specific target. HIMARS changed the game by firing GPS-guided munitions that strike with near-surgical accuracy. The M30/M31 GMLRS. These rockets have ranges beyond 70 kilometers, are GPS guided for pinpoint strikes, and variants include unitary high explosive warheads or alternative warheads loaded with tungsten pellets too. ATACMS, Army Tactical Missile System. This missile extends range to about 300 kilometers and delivers a substantial warhead capable of crippling runways, command centers, or large infrastructure targets. 3. PrSM, Precision Strike Missile. The future. This new missile's expected range is over 500 kilometers and boasts advanced guidance and increased lethality. It's one thing to have a rocket that can go far, but it's another to land it almost exactly where you want it. Whether it's hitting a command bunker hidden in a dense urban environment or wiping out an artillery battery dug into remote terrain, HIMARS rockets typically land within a few meters of the intended target. That's not just impressive, it's revolutionary. It means fewer wasted rounds, less risk to friendly forces, and a massive psychological edge on the battlefield. When you know your enemy can drop a warhead on your exact position from dozens of kilometers away, you have to think twice about how and where you operate. As terrifying as HIMARS already is, the future holds an even more potent capability. Enter the Precision Strike Missile, or PrSM, slated to replace older single warhead systems like the ATACMS. Key features of PrSM: range, over 500 kilometers and potentially farther. Lethality, larger warhead options for more devastating strikes. Efficiency, 2 PrSMs can fit in a single HIMARS pod compared to just 1 ATACMS missile. Accuracy, Next-gen GPS and inertial navigation ensures minimal deviation. With PrSM, you're extending HIMARS' lethal reach to unprecedented distances. Imagine being able to neutralize critical infrastructure, air defense sites, or high-level command posts well behind enemy lines, often before the opposing force even knows HIMARS is in the theater. It's a huge advantage and a prime example of how long-range precision strike technology is shaping the future of global conflict. Proof of HIMARS' transformative impact lies in real battlefield outcomes. In Ukraine, for instance, the introduction of HIMARS radically altered the tactical environment almost overnight. Supply lines that were previously deemed safe found themselves under sudden attack. Key logistical nodes were struck with an accuracy that left adversaries scrambling for new strategies. Military analysts often talk about how the introduction of a new weapon can shift the paradigm. HIMARS did exactly that. Over 400 high-value targets destroyed, from ammunition depots to key communications hubs. Enemy logistics crippled, supply routes were forced to withdraw or operate under a constant threat. Game of cat and mouse. Adversaries had to rethink their entire approach, often pulling back and dispersing their forces, which slows overall operations. This ripple effect goes beyond the physical damage. Morale and psychological aspects play a crucial role. Troops on the receiving end of HIMARS barrages have to adapt quickly, frequently relocating, which drains their stamina and complicates their missions. At this point, the reasons behind HIMARS' battlefield dominance are crystal clear. 1. Speed and mobility. It's essentially a rocket launcher on a highly mobile truck. HIMARS can race across roads or rough terrain at speeds traditional tracked artillery can't match. That means shoot-and-scoot tactics are executed with incredible efficiency. 2. Rapid deployment. Being light enough to fit into a C-130 cargo plane lets you project firepower quickly, sometimes anywhere on the planet within hours. This global reach is invaluable for nations that need to respond to unexpected crises or sudden conflicts. Third, pinpoint accuracy. Precision-guided munitions reduce collateral damage and maximize the effect on high-value targets. Whether you're going after a strategic command post or a fleeting target of opportunity, HIMARS can deliver the pain accurately. Fourth, evolving capabilities. With the upcoming precision strike missile extending the range to beyond 500 kilometers, HIMARS is far from a static design. It's a constantly evolving platform prepared to dominate future battlefields. As warfare continues to shift toward rapid precision engagements, HIMARS stands at the forefront, embodying the best of modern artillery. It's not just about launching rockets, it's about controlling large swaths of the battle space, forcing adversaries to constantly second-guess their positions and movements. So there you have it. Speed, accuracy, and game-changing range all rolled into one truck-mounted system that's rewriting the art of modern conflict. If this deep dive has sparked your interest in cutting-edge military tech, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more breakdowns. Let us know in the comments which military system you want to see us cover next. Until then, this has been your inside look at the M142 HIMARS, a glimpse into the future of precision strike warfare.